stop scrolling. How you guys been? Oh, it's been a while. It's been a while. For me, it's been a while. It's been like 2 days since I last posted. And I broke the streak. I broke the streak of posting daily. And that's on me. However, we're going back to that. So we're back to posting daily. Or I'm back to posting daily. I started watching back my old YouTube videos and I noticed that I get sidetracked quite a bit. And I yap, but not on topic. So in this video, I'm going to be yapping again, but I'll be yapping on topic, if that makes sense. A little bit more direct. Now, as you can see by the title of the video, we're speaking about how to deal with a breakup. Now, straight to the point. There is no magical pill, substance, drink, food that can deal with a breakup. There's no specific thing that will help you, all right? A lot of people use different types of things to cope, all right? Some people use working out as coping, some people use music, some people use substances, some people use alcohol, some people use... there's a list goes on and on and on. Now, a breakup between a female and a male, let's say, is first true love. It's true love on both sides, on both parties, it's true love. And the personalities just didn't match. So you split apart, right? That first breakup, that first true love breakup between you and your other partner, ex-partner or whatever, or your ex-girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, is so crucial to the foundation of what your character will be like for the next few years to come. For example, yesterday when I was working out, as I was taking my rest between my sets, I zoned out for a bit and I was thinking to myself, what made me start going to the gym? And I remembered it was a breakup. And then I thought to myself, well, if that breakup was never to happen, then the chances of me starting the gym and doing what I do now would probably be low or wouldn't happen at all. Who knows? But for the sake of this video, we're just gonna say that it wouldn't have happened. And I thought to myself, that one single breakup led to a chain of reactions of weight loss, failure, success, and then fast forward down a couple of years down the line, me creating YouTube videos, TikToks, Instagram Reels, content on helping people lose weight or just anything in general. So take me as an example of what a simple breakup when you're young with your first love could actually do to you. Now, if you're somebody who's watching this and they're going through their first breakup, I think the best advice I could give you, as corny as it sounds, as stupid as it sounds, you gotta get up, alright? If you get stuck in one place and you don't move from it, you will never know how much you truly cost, how much you're actually worth as a person. Now, a lot of people like to think that they either cost too much or cost nothing. Their self-value, I think that's the word, their self-worth is either too high or too low, and it's rarely in the middle, like it's rarely balanced out. So it's good to analyze yourself, okay? Now, I know I spoke, I think, in my previous video or the video before that. Yep, the video before my last video, which was about how to be happy about other people, or how to stop comparing ourselves to other people. I can't really remember the title now on the top of my head, but you get the gist. So, that being said, we all have pros and cons. Now, we're good at certain things. We are also not so good at certain things. So, how is this related to a breakup? Well, a breakup will show you what you're good at and what you're not so good at. You know, if you're someone that is good at being alone, then you probably lack in the area of being around with people. So that's something that you need to work on. And if you're someone who's doing well with people, but then you're doing terribly alone, then your best bet would probably be to stay alone and learn yourself more, learn yourself through it. The advice that I could really give besides that, besides learning more about yourself, is just take your time, alright? Rushing into something new, rushing into something head first, 99% of the time is not the best move, but I do have life as a gamble tattooed on my hand, because you know, I feel like life just favors the bold and the brave. So that's my personal take on it. So I will be the person that does that, and that sounds very hypocritical coming from me because I just said that you shouldn't do that. Now, if I can tell you something from experience, I've honestly I've went headfirst into so many different brick walls that it's not, and I'm not talking about physically, I'm talking metaphorically. So me being headfirst into everything has a lot of drawbacks to it, but it also helped me a lot. So you know, I'm a prime example of someone that you should learn from what happens if you go headfirst in things. Now, would I recommend this to you? No. I recommend you become patient. You learn the skill of being patient, just like I'm trying to, or just like other people are trying to. Understand that everything has its own time and place, and everything will come to you. Alright? Start working out. Doesn't matter if you're a boy or girl, start working out. Start getting some exercise in. Exercise does help a lot. You know, if you have some anger, you know, it might sound corny, but it's not, it's true. You know, if you can't take your anger out, take it out on the weights, alright? Or go on a run. You know, go on the boxing bag. Start boxing. Furthermore, you want to improve the way you communicate with people. Pick up a book. You want to live healthier, you want to look better, start eating better. Start cutting out all processed BS from your diet. You know, that's really corny stuff, but the corny stuff over time turns into consistent progress, which consistent progress leads to long-term results. And if you've taken anything from my videos, progress and quick results rarely last. They rarely last. And in the moment, they might feel better than the long-term goal. However, nothing quick and short-term will be sustainable. It's a ticking time bomb. Alright? Now, I know this video my advice might have been a bit vague here and there, but in all honesty, there's no cheat code. You just gotta be strong. You gotta be strong. You gotta go and you gotta put yourself out there. You gotta show people, or even if you're not showing people, alright? If you want to impress somebody, impress your family, impress God, impress whoever matters to you, alright? Prove yourself, alright? Go out there and have something to prove. And once you prove yourself and you get out there, you realize that breakup was just a minor development in you as a person. It's a whole character development stage. You know, you develop as a person. You know, when people say, "Oh, how are you feeling today?" and you say sad, and they say good, that builds character. It's facts. As goofy as that sounds, it's facts. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope you're having a blessed day. And I hope that you take some corny ass, basic ass advice from some washed influencer. However, this washed advice is honestly the best advice that I heard when I was younger. And although I didn't want to listen to it, I did. And look how it paid out. And I'm happy with how it paid out. If you think otherwise, that's fine. But if you think like me, enough said. Have a blessed day.